In this video, I'm going to break down how I went from absolutely zero to $10,000 a month at 19 years old in just 9 months. Here's the Stripe screenshot to prove it, and let's take it back. April 2023. I was 17 at the time. I was playing senior, so men's football in Australia, and I was forced to work at a cafe a few times a week by my parents, by the people around me. I absolutely hated even just showing up and the thought of my job at that cafe. And the people around me were 40 years old. They didn't have any goals in life, and they were okay with just working till 60 and then retiring. I knew I was meant for more, and I just wanted to go all in on football. I wanted to spend all my time and all my energy on my sporting goals that I'd spent the last 13 years working towards. You can tell here, I don't look too happy showing up to work. Here's a photo of me playing senior football at 17. That was in April. That was really the start of the journey. A few months later, in July, I turned 18. I got an opportunity to play for a professional team in Sweden in the top league, so the highest level, and I, without a second thought, without even a doubt, I dropped out of high school to move across the world by myself to go all in on football, playing at this stadium, training every single day at these facilities, going from this small club in Australia. I booked a ticket, I booked a flight, and I really went all in. Obviously, at 18, I didn't have a lot of money saved up. I was budgeting super tightly and worrying about my finances, but with going all in, I couldn't be more scared. I was so anxious about having to work a 9 to 5 during my breakthrough years as an athlete because I knew it would hold me back. I got the opportunity. I took it with both hands. I took the risk. I moved across the world and I went all in. From July 23 to December 2023, there were 2 stages and 2 things happening in my life at the same time. I moved over to Sweden. This was the facility. This was the training. This was the team I was playing for, scoring an absolute banger against Sweden's top youth team, performing super well, really living the dream lifestyle, living the dream as an athlete on the field, right? Training 3 times a day, really just loving the fact and being a high-level athlete. That's what was happening for me on the field. It's the lifestyle I envisioned since I was 6 years old, and I was living it. At the exact same time, financially, I had 2 options. It was make money online while focusing on football. The second option was to get a 9 to 5 job, to pay rent, to pay for food, to take pressure off my back from my parents and from my family members. Having done it for a while, I absolutely dreaded the thought of working just a normal job and being a normal person. And no offense to the people that work 9 to 5s, but having mediocre goals, settling for just being average. So with everything I could, with a burning desire to make money online, I looked into absolutely everything. And I hear this all the time. People come to me saying they've tried everything. I looked into dropshipping. I looked into crypto. I looked into affiliate marketing. And I even tried starting a coaching business from complete scratch. High school dropout, no previous experience online. I did business studies for about a year, but that didn't teach me anything useful. I had no skill sets. I really had nothing. And I tried all of these complex things to just make an income online where I could focus on football. My goal wasn't to make as much money as possible. My goal was to go all in on football, not having to work a 9 to 5. And I tried starting business. I tried dropshipping. I tried all these things for months. None of it paid off and none of it worked. And eventually I ran out of money to where I had to return to a 9 to 5. I spent months sitting at this desk, sitting with these notes on the wall, sitting here, just trying to figure out something that worked for me and my goals as an athlete, but it left me here 5 months later in December, minus 48 Swedish kronor, which is the currency in Sweden, in my bank account. And I remember being on Snapchat, calculating absolutely everything I needed to support my dream life. And it came up to $7,400 a month to cover everything, all expenses, travel, and everything like that. And I vividly remember sitting at that desk and doing the calculations, exactly the life I wanted to live. 5 months of trying, 5 months of failing, it left me here, working in a kitchen, being around those people, again, that I didn't want to be around. If you can tell, I don't look very happy in this photo. In this one here, I'm trying to look cool, but I remember that was after like a 6-hour shift. I was exhausted after hard days of training, and I was trying to look happy, but on the inside, I couldn't be any more frustrated, any more really embarrassed just being at that job. My financial situation was to where I couldn't even get transport to training. I had to take my bike, right? I was working late hours. I was getting off work at midnight. I had training the next morning and I was sore. My body was aching. My low back hurt. My knees hurt. And really, after training, I had to work. I didn't have any time to recover. and it took a hit on me. I was working in a kitchen again, being around by these, and no offense, mediocre people. I hated every second of it, and I was just embarrassed to even show up to that job. Late nights, long shift, and it left me tired, it left me drained, and really mentally just broken to focus on football. It left me super conflicted of crushing it on the field as a footballer, as an athlete, and working a shitty job, making like $15 an hour, crushing on one thing, super high goals, top of the world in one thing, and then the lowest you can imagine, working an entry-level job for $15 an hour. My job started affecting my performance on the field, and really everything went downhill when I got that 9-to-5 job. 5 months of trying, 5 months of failing. It left me here, unhappy, anxious, concerned, not being able to focus on the reason I left everything I had the last 10 years, friends, family, to focus on my sport, to focus on football. And I couldn't even do that because I had to put money on the table. I had to pay rent. And all I could do was work in a kitchen and stand on my feet all day for $15 an hour. And it left me here, minus 50 kronor, which is like minus $10 in my bank account. Okay, this was in December. December to January, absolutely everything changed for me. After months of looking, trying, and simply just failing to make money online, even losing money, I came across a remote appointment setting. I paid someone more money than I had, who was ahead of me, who could teach me the information I needed to achieve my financial goals, to make money online, and therefore go all in on football. I paid him a lot more than I had in my bank account, considering I had minus $10, and I didn't even consider, it wasn't even an option for me not taking action and not doing this, because the thought and the risk associated with staying at that job for even another week, another month, and doing nothing was far greater than taking the risk and paying the price for his mentorship. In my first 36 days as an appointment setter, from absolutely zero, being a high school dropout, having no previous experience or even success online, to $6,000 with only a few hours a day on my phone. As soon as that first commission check came in, I didn't even see that job site again. I never thought about going back to that 9-to-5. And every single area of my life, on and off the field, changed completely. And you might think, this is absolutely crazy, this is unrealistic, this is too good to be true. But I made this transformation so quickly, even though it does seem too good to be true, because what I did, other people don't. And the reason why dropshipping, affiliate marketing, crypto didn't work for me is because I was starting from zero. I combined the last 14 years of experience and knowledge I had being an athlete and my knowledge around fitness, around sport, around health. And I combined it with the skill of appointment setting, which is really just helping a business owner in the fitness, in the sport, in the health industries, save time, to free up their time and make more money, to book his sales calls as his appointment setter. I spent 5 months, I spent even more, even 7 months learning all these niche different ways. I tried all of these little schemes and get rich quick things to make money online. I came across appointment setting. I learned a real skill that brought real value to a business, where I just got paid a commission of the money I made that business. I was texting their followers, booking them on sales calls, and I just got a commission of what I earned the business. Learning a real skill, learning sales through appointment setting, not trying to dropship a crappy product from China for 10% margins, not trying to resell a course, whatever it is. I just learned sales through appointment setting, and it rewarded me more than you can imagine because I had that knowledge as an athlete. Within my first month, I made $6,000. I bought my first watch, right? And it wasn't super nice. It's not a Rolex, but going from absolutely zero to that, it was a big step in my life just by learning how to send Instagram DMs for these business owners. That was in 1 month. After that, from February to March, I was consistently making $6,000 a month, traveling and working from my phone. Month 1, $6,000. 15 days later, I booked a plane ticket across the world, traveling, doing what I wanted, as long as I had my phone next to me, consistently making $6K from my phone, just sending Instagram DMs. And every single part of my life flipped from learning one simple skill and playing to my strengths as an athlete, working in the fitness, in the health, in the sport industries, with a business, learning a real skill instead of dropshipping. Doing this one simple thing completely changed my life. And I wasn't worried because I'd learned the skill set. I was staying in awesome places. I was training, and it wasn't football. It was Muay Thai because I was in Thailand. And I was making more money than I was spending because I had my phone next to me. Now, since then, since February, since March, traveling and working, September 2024, I hit 10K a month, which is 30% more than the dream income I set to cover absolutely everything 9 months earlier. If you remember this thing I wrote here on Snapchat, I calculated it. I said I needed $7,400 a month to cover the exact life I wanted to live. And really writing that out, I didn't think it was possible. I thought I wasn't going to reach it. I was just praying to reach that number. And I told myself it was good to set high expectations and I'm going to get halfway there. And after that time frame, from learning one simple skill, I blew past it and I hit 10K. From absolutely zero in January 2023, being a high school dropout, zero skills, no previous online experience, making $15 an hour in the kitchen, to September 2024, consistently making $10,000 a month as an appointment setter, only doing that, helping businesses save time and make more money. What is that? 9 months from absolutely fucking zero, below zero, working in the worst job you can imagine. Anyone could get that job to $10,000 a month in 9 months, having complete time, location, and financial freedom as long as I had my phone next to me in 9 fucking months. And I went from being broke, unhappy, not being able to focus on what I wanted on football, to being able to do really whatever I want, whenever I wanted it. And the only reason I'm even making this video and saying this is because I was in the exact same position you were in. You've probably finished high school. You were probably in a better position than I was in. And I'm making this video to tell you that anything is fucking possible if you work hard over an extended period of time. Whether it's appointment setting as an athlete and playing to your strengths, whatever it is, working hard for 3 months and making dropshipping work, just commit to something for an extended period of time and your life is going to completely change. And I can promise you that because there's no other alternatives. The only reason you can fail is if you give up. And what you have to understand is that the best time to have done something like this, to find the easiest and the right path, was a year ago. It was 12 months ago. But the second best time, because you haven't found that yet, you haven't found the amount of success, it's today. You just heard how I went from zero to $10,000 a month in 9 months, and you're going to do nothing about it. You're just going to watch and you're going to click on the next video. That is absolutely the worst thing you can do. So since September, it's now October 2024, I want to give you the takeaways from my journey so far and my mission, because really, I'm only just getting started. It's been 10 months and my life has completely changed, but I'm nowhere near done. Since then, since seeing my life completely change by learning this one simple skill as an athlete, having no freedom, being super stressed and unhappy, to really being able to do whatever I want, I'm on a mission to help aspiring athletes quit their 9-to-5s and make money online with the remote appointment setting to focus on their sporting goals and live their lives on their own terms. Why? Why am I doing that? And the reason is because I was in the exact same position you are in watching this video. I simply found the easiest and the best way for athletes specifically to make money online and achieve financial freedom. And I found it earlier than you. I found it 12 months ago, and I'm here now after just committing to. That's why I'm on this mission to help athletes in the exact same position I was in 12 months ago to make the same transformation I made. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some hard work, but it's fucking simple. You just have to do the same thing over an extended period of time. We've now helped 25 plus athletes change their lives over the last 5 months alone, and we're nowhere near finished. We're just getting started. But if there's one thing you should walk away from watching my journey, listening to me talk about the transformation I've made in this video, it's this. The world couldn't be more fair. It works off cause and effect. What you put in is exactly what you get out. The situation you're in today, leading up to watching this video, in the last 20 years of your life, whether you're making more money than me, whether you're trying to find the right path or just getting started, maybe in a similar position I was in, everything is your fault. And it's all in your hands to achieve the goals you have in your life. So take the risks, do what is required of you, especially when it gets hard. That's my journey, going from absolutely zero to 10K a month in 9 months. I hope you guys got something valuable out of this video, whether it's inspiration, motivation, inputs, what you can do, what you shouldn't do, learning from my mistakes, and really just copying me. Because it's fucking possible if you just commit to something. Thanks for hearing my story, and I'll see you guys in the next video.